Hey. Welcome back to Thugging It Out. Thugging It Out is a platform where we create a safe space to acknowledge, experience, and overcome real life issues in a positive and healthy way. Before we get started into this week's episode, please make sure you follow us on whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on, as well as subscribe to the Thugging It Out podcast on YouTube and follow us on Instagram at _Thugging It Out _. Let's hop into this week's episode. We are still in the Lesson Learned series, and today the topic is centered around rewriting you. I know the first few episodes, it was about basically us getting back to ourselves and becoming just more transparent and more honest. And with that same energy, I feel that it's only right that we go towards the area of rewriting ourselves. Because let's be real here. We change every day, and the amount of freedom that we have, we are able to recreate ourselves in however many forms and however many ways that we see fit. And to my point, I feel as if at a certain point in your life, with all your life experiences and everything that you learn and all your ups and downs, your trials and tribulations, it should become a point where you feel as if you are starting to recognize who you really are. And that realization is definitely one of those coming to Jesus moments. When you actually sit with yourself and you really figure out who you are, it can be a very humbling experience. And before I get to getting on y'all, it's only right that I be transparent. At year 29, I have been able to really sit with a lot of my choices, a lot of my decisions, a lot of my victories, and a lot of my questionable moments. And I could say that I had a pretty good childhood. And despite common belief or what it might seem, I feel as if my parents did the best that they could to raise me with their circumstances. It's a lot of things they could have done better, but in order to give people their flowers, you have to just say, you did a good job raising me, because I turned out best case scenario, and so did my siblings. So I have to give them credit on that aspect, that they did the best they could, and they gave me an actual childhood where I was a child long enough. You know, as much as I could, as much as my peers, I feel as if I had a childhood. And my teenage years, I feel as if I had a good run until my own choices brought that to a halt. And my 20s, as I really sit down and think about my 20s, I can say that I did a little of everything. Like, I had the funnest college years. I had the best post-college and the best experience when Chicago was a safe space to just, be on blocks and just drink and have fun. Like, y'all know that era where Fifi's on the blocks was a thing? I was able to enjoy and party safely. Like, I got through it. I was able to experience Adriana's. And if you a Chicago native, you know Adriana's is a staple. If you know, you know. If you don't, you missed out. And sadly, the new generation will never get to experience that. But I was able to experience that. I experienced going to different clubs, club hopping. But also, in my 20s, I found love. I found the love of my life, and I was able to settle down and come into a stable place where I was able to grow into an actual adult. Like, I feel as if at 29, I have been a lot of different people. Like, I have been the schoolgirl. I have been the party girl. I have been the the out in the streets girl. I have been the homebody. I have been the stay-at-home mom. I have been the working mom. I have been the single mom. I have had a lot of different phases in my life to the point that now I'm able to say and know who I truly want to be as a woman. Like, out of all my experience, I could say that I have always been resilient. I have played the strong Black woman role. I have played the role where it's F everybody. I have played the role where it's help everybody. And now, at the space that I am today, I can fully hardly say that I want to be the woman where I am just a woman, a soft woman. And I'm not even going to say soft because I'm starting to get very annoyed with that word. If y'all know, I'm so tired of the soft girl life, the soft woman era, the soft wife. I'm so tired of it. I just want to be a woman. And I want to be the woman where I always show love. Like, my energy is just all about love. It's all about peace. It's all about happiness. And it's a place where I am comfortable with myself. I understand it's always rooms for growth, and I'm always open to that. But this woman that I want to be going into my 30s, I want to be a woman who knows who she is. A woman that's just operating out of my femininity. I want to be a woman who has grace. A woman who loves everyone, that I could just speak life into everything that I create, everything that I have, everything that, in my family, and my husband, and my kids. I want to be in that space. And I know the space that I'm walking into, well, honestly, I feel like I'm almost there. I'm on the footsteps, because I told y'all last week that your girl was in like this little weird kind of messed up space. I'm coming out of it, and I told y'all my birthday brings around this funky energy. But as soon as my birthday get closer, it's almost like a switch that comes on, and I'm starting to get that switch because my birthday is 2 weeks away, of course. But getting to the place where I'm starting to be the woman who I always envisioned to be, the woman that I was meant to be. And that's one thing that's good about rewriting yourself, is that regardless of what you might go through in life or in the past, or whatever your life might consist of, you can always choose to be something different, to turn the page, to create a new chapter, to start over. And I feel like that's the power that some of us forget that we have. And solely because we get so consumed with the now and our circumstances that we forget the power that we have. And that's why when it comes to rewriting yourself, to rewriting you have to get out of the space of this helplessness. And I get it. Life can life. Shit is hard. Shit is crazy. Shit is weird. But we have to learn our power. And we have to accept our power and utilize it. And that's why I can honestly say, going into this next decade of my life, I am wholeheartedly believe I am being that woman that I want to be. Like, I'm not a little girl anymore. Even though I've been a woman for a long time, I feel as if you get a different type of confidence when you get into your 30s. And quite frankly, I know a lot of us, like my peers, 30 always seemed scary to some folks. Like, even from people I always hanged around an older crowd. But it seemed like 30 was kind of like a weird space for a lot of people, because it's like, oh my God, I'm not 20 no more, but I'm not 40. I'm kind of in between, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I feel like getting older and more wiser is something that we should not be afraid of. It's a blessing every day, every year above ground. And that's why it's important that we start looking at our time that we had as truly blessings, as lessons. Because I don't know if y'all watch the news or, y'all stay up to date with stuff. People are dropping off younger and younger. It's a lot of people that's not making it to 21, 25. So to make it to 30, make it to 40, make it to 50, That's a blessing that I hope I see, because I haven't gotten there yet. I got 2 more weeks. I'm at the footsteps, but I'm not there yet. And I got 10 more years and 10 more years. And it's crazy because when we start thinking about time, we don't necessarily see how quick it goes. And as a parent, time it plays a little trick on you, because it seems like the days are so long, but the years goes by so quick. Like, I will be turning 30 this year. My son will be 13. My oldest, 13 years old. Y'all know I was a teen parent, so I know that sounds weird. I'm 30, he's 13, yes. We grew up together in so many words. But my daughter, she's going to be 6. She's going to kindergarten. And the last of the bunch will be 1. Like, he's already standing up on stuff. He's getting teeth. And I said all this to say is that time is consistently moving. The days might seem long, the moments might seem long, but the totality of it is that it is moving very fast. And that's why you need to get your power back. You need to stop playing and stop acting helpless, because you have help. You have means. And you might not have resources, because let's be real, it's hard on everybody. This recession that we in, that they don't want to call it, but we're in, it's crazy. It's hard on a lot of people, and I understand that. But I want us to start getting forward mindsets where we're not so hyper focused on the now, that we can already see the future. And we already talked about delusion. I'm not saying delusional. Please don't be delusional. Delusion is the theme of our generation. We live in delusion. Delulu, whatever you want to call it. We live there. I feel as if we need to get out of delusion. We need to let delusion go and get in the game and start looking at reality and looking at the world for what it is. And that first thing is to recognize that you're not helpless. You're not helpless. Every day you get a brand new 24 hours, and you can decide how you're going to spend them. You either going to sit on social media or watch TV all day, or you're going to take naps for the majority of the day, or you're going to actually get the fuck up and do what you're supposed to do. And I said I'm going to stop cursing. Hopefully I'm going to get my language together soon enough. But I feel as if I just got to be blunt at this moment. I feel like a lot of us feel as if we're not going somewhere, and we get so upset because we like, dang, I just can't get it right. I just can't get there. But to be honest, a lot of us are not even trying. We are not even using our full potential. We are not even operating from a space where we can say, I done all I can, and, this is all I have. Because if you do 100%, you will get 100% back out. A lot of us ain't got shit because we ain't putting out shit. And that just is real. So when it comes to rewriting yourself, you have to put in the effort. You have to get out your own way. Because we can say we got all these obstacles, we got all these hardships, we got all these nuances that's holding us back. But the only thing that's holding you back is you. So if you want to stop being stuck, you have to put your foot on the gas and get out of neutral. Because a lot of us, we are just going in neutral, and we get so upset with the world and people around us and say we're not going anywhere. But it's like, baby, you got to put the car in drive in order to move forward. And let's use that concept of a car. Because a lot of us, we might even say, I don't even have a car to even get in. But before you even get a car, you still got 2 feet. You got 2 feet to get you where you need to go. So you might not necessarily might not even got to the position that you got the car yet. You might have to do a little working with yourself, building yourself up, speaking life into yourself, figuring out what you want to do a little soul searching. But once you get to that car, even then, you got to put gas in it. And using the philosophy of the car, you as the car, in order for it to move, you got to feed it with something, and that's putting the gas in it. You have to understand that everything in life will either push us forward or bring us back. And that's something that I have a battle with myself. It's like now, y'all know at first I was not eating meat. I was working out every day. And since then, I just kind of fell off the bandwagon. And I tell this to myself every day, like, I just can't get back on the bandwagon. But it's a choice because it's not very hard to just go work out. It's not very hard for me to make a salad, especially when I went to the damn store and bought all that shit. It's not that hard for me to make me a juice, especially when I have all the things in the refrigerator to make the juice. Like, I legit went to the store to start back not eating meat, to hop back on the train, and it's just a choice. It's just me standing in my own way. And that is the reality for a lot of us. We are standing in our own way. And I'm going to tell y'all, just like I'm telling myself, move, bitch. Move. And yes, I'm working on myself, but I feel like right now, we just got to be real. Move. Like, you got to get up. Like, stop making excuses and do it. And when it comes to rewriting yourself, you have the pen. You can make your story however you might want, however you see fit. You can make your life be however you want to be. You don't have to be stuck. Like, that's the legit of it. There's nobody in this world that has the power over your life. Only you do. And we could say that it's so many powers that be in position and this person holding this back and this person is. But the difference between the shakers and just the fakers is that the shakers actually put forth effort. And it's very few of those. So are you just a faker or are you really a shaker? Because the movers and the shakers, the ones that's getting stuff done, they getting up every day and knocking out something. And Rome was not built in a day. Do not think that you could just wake up tomorrow and you could be the best person that you want to be. You're going to be successful. No, it's a journey. And that's something that I hate that most successful people don't talk about. Most people make it seem as if they made it overnight. But the truth of the matter is that no one makes it overnight. They might, that one night could have changed their life, but best believe they were working and putting in the work for years before they got to that point where they're like, yeah, I finally made it. So if you really want to make it, you're not going to make it by not doing nothing. Because regardless of what you might think, nothing will fall in your lap. Nobody will just snap their fingers and you be rich. Nothing will just work in your favor overnight. Everything requires work. And do not get discouraged if you feel as if you just in a place where you is at the bottom of the barrel. Because you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And if you tired of being a bitch, stop being a bitch. If you tired of being a fuckboy, stop being a fuckboy. If you're tired of being fat, do something about it. If you want to gain weight, do something about it. If you want to fix your mental health, do something about it. If you want to learn more, do something about it. If you want to become whoever you might want to become, do something about it. It starts with you. And trust and believe, I know a lot of us are very talented people. We are a generation that is so creative. We have so many resources. We have so many ideas. And we have so many new ways of thinking, new ways of living, that I know if we really applied ourselves, we could change the world. But the reason why we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing is because nobody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like, let's be real here. It's so much wasted talent. And it's all because people feel as if they stuck at some place, or that they think that their past defines them. I'm going to tell you now, ain't nothing in your past define you. Everyone makes mistakes. Everybody had a period. Everybody had an era. And whatever happened then stays then. Don't let nobody ever judge you by your past. Period. It happened. Oh, well, so what? I learned from it. Because everything that you go through in life is a lesson. It's something that you learn from. It's experience. It's a testimony, quite frankly. And it's funny because I was reading the Bible and I came to the realization, I always got to get out my Bible stories, is that everyone in the Bible had a story. Like, nobody came from like a silver spoon. Everybody came out of the mud. Everybody came from somewhere. Like, everybody had a past. Everybody had a story. Everybody went through something. And when I tell you, it took was obedience, discipline, and a little faith, and they was made new. So when people say, you always hear it say, give it to God. Listen to him. Give your life to him. I promise you will start seeing stuff. And if you have not noticed, most people with wealth, they always have some type of relationship with God. You could sit there and believe in Illuminati or whatever you want to believe. And you could say like, oh no, these people, they didn't get that for no reason. You gotta believe in something. And what got them now, they got to give thanks to it, and they got to pay their dues every day. So please, don't get discouraged with the bullshit. Don't get so tied up with your past and with life that you feel as if you just a waste of space. Okay, so what? It happened. Yes, you were this. Yes, I was that. Yes, we was here. But today, I'm changing the narrative. I'm changing the story. I'm changing who I am. And now I'm this. People do it every day. We see it all the time. I was going to say something that probably is going to get me canceled, which I'm not going to say. Lord, thank you for that. But learn and understand and accept that you are not your circumstances and that you are only the person that you choose to be. Can't nobody say who you are or dictate who you are or what you got and who you always going to be. You have the powers for that. And people will label you. People will talk bad on your name. People will always have a story. But their story ain't got nothing to do with who you are and who you choose to be. Because everybody has the power over their own life. Everybody can change in an instant. Everybody could do something different in an instant. Everybody could flip the page, start a new chapter whenever they want. So don't ever let anybody tell you that you will just be this person, that you will just be that you would just be here, that you will never have this, you will never have that. That's all lies unless you make it true. You have the power. Take your power back and get back on your Zoom. Get back in the bag. Get in the game. Do what you're supposed to do. Rewrite you. Stop letting other people tell their stories about you. You are the writer of your life. You decide who you are. You decide who you will be. You decide what legacy you will leave. So choose wisely. Okay? And get in the game. You ain't got this far. You ain't got that old. You ain't got this healed to just stay there. Rewrite your story and let the world know. Let the people know. I'm saying we got to get in the game because there's too many people that's in the game that's not even on nothing. We need more y'all in the game. Get in the game. Stop playing. Period. Y'all already know. We got to grow. We got to grow up. We have to grow up. And growing up is basically rewriting our young stories and showing them who we are as adults. Because too many of us are still stuck in the little girl, little boy mindset. We are still being the people that our parents raised instead of being the people that we want to be. Stop playing. Get in the game. You decide who you are. You decide who you're going to be. Yeah, your parents, they had influence, but now it's all on you. You show the world who you want to be. People do it every day, and now it's on you. And that brings us to the end of yet another episode of Thugging It Out. Remember to be grateful. Remember to be blessed. Be thankful. But most importantly, keep thugging it out. Peace.